but of course we'll bring her down there.
It is the power of investigations and Schottenjäger and these sick treads that I have.
Indeed. And
Maybe.
tonight we're going to try to figure out what the is going. Like, we have no idea half the time because we're like, oh, is it this or is it that? Yeah, we know it's vampires.
We know it's vampires.
What
we
else
saw a
could it be?
vision.
And I wrote tonight's title, but it's true. Like, if we were a werewolf, we would have caught them day one. We would have found them, and it would have been.
I would have been able to sniff them out. But
yeah, they would have had a vacation where he didn't have to worry about anything. It's just like, oh,
him and Gracie could have just
a
proper nice vacation.
Okay.
But nah, that didn't happen. And yes, Red Bear Snoopy, praise Org.
Praise Org indeed. All right, so let's pop this game open, see if it even does.
Oh, excuse me. T, how dare you choke me?
Ah.
Oop.
Hey, there you are. Oh, wait, now you're gone again. Ah. Now you're back.
Okay.
Welcome.
Sweet.
Oh,
hi,
Wraith.
And Kai,
Wraith has been subscribed for over 2 years now.
Dude,
29 months of the courtesy flesh.
My man, talk
No
about
kidding.
a champ. Like, that's actually very impressive. Holy crap.
Ah.
We have to call the prince, and then we gotta grill Baza. We gotta ask him some questions.
Ah. Red.
But first.
But
Okay,
first,
good. We
you
have
mean...
the princes.
Oh wait, no, it's gone. I just turned myself into dust.
Oh no, go.
There we go. Oh yeah, that's why.
Oh.
Oh look, there I am. Look, I
no.
Oh God.
No, the game. Your
fuck.
crowness
Broke the
has
game.
it closes it minimizes the window.
Yeah. That's the problem with this cursed form, man. You can't really make up your mind.
It is powerful. All right. Now we have to call Prince and tell him about
I
some
just poofed and disappeared.
dead people. Poof.
Yeah, I better make that call.
Let's see how well he takes it. Your Scottish men have been deadified.
Hey, how's it going? Sorry to mess you up, but your dudes are dead. Sorry to tell you.
Residence.
Mesme, this is Gabriel Knight.
Hold on, please.
Thank you, Mesme.
Yeah, it's him.
Mr. Knight?
Hello, Prince James. I'm afraid I have some pretty bad news. Sir, your men were found dead this morning.
I see. Yes. It's horrifying news.
He doesn't sound very
I can tell
surprised.
you everything I know about it.
Please, do.
Are we
well,
going
they
to get
left here
exposition?
last night about drained into the ground. We found 2 pools. Well, hell, it looked ritualistic to me.
Lord. I just don't understand.
I don't either.
I don't.
Nor do I. But the killing still revolved around blood. I think...
Mesme and I were just discussing this. You see, I have certain affairs which you know nothing about, and I'm not inclined to involve an outsider.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm kind of getting that picture. But if I'm to...
That's why I sent my own men down there. Now this, frankly, I don't know what to do. Son's life, my son's life means everything to me.
I know.
And Mesme thinks you'll be able to do some good.
Oh no.
So I'll
Listen to Mesme.
ask you to keep your eyes open, at least
Oh, that's
until
a great
further
meme.
notice. But that does not mean intruding on. Please, just try to stay focused on finding the child.
Sir, I'd be a lot more successful if you told me everything.
Goodbye, Mr. Knight. You'll hear from us soon.
Uh-oh.
It is exactly like the Jeremy Clarkson meme. Oh no. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, isn't that horrible? However. All right. So he didn't sound he sounded upset, but not too surprised that his men were killed ritualistically.
He seemed a little bit upsetty spaghetti about that. I will give him that.
Mm-hmm. Like,
Yeah.
he knows something about the vampires, obviously.
Of course.
He knows about the potential of the bloodline of Jesus Christ. Probably
Yes,
because he
as you
knows
do.
about that. As one does, I assume, if they were part of that. But
right.
Why is it?
He sounded inconvenienced. Yeah, that's what Wagner
He did sound very inconvenienced. He could at least tell us everything he knows about vampires. That would help a whole lot. He doesn't even have to tell us about the Dan Brown plot device.
All right, well, let's just wait a minute before we get Dan Brown's spirit to come and attack us.
I
gotta admit, for phone lines of the time, this phone has solid lows. Yeah, I know they were supposed to.
Oh no, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I think I could emulate that here, where it's just like this is the way. This is the way that it's supposed to sound. It's supposed to sound like this.
Please stop with your entirely rational, reasonable thought process.
Oh no, my son has been killed. Oh no. Anyways, I will send some people down your way. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Vampire fact: they are excellent surfers. I like that.
Yes, they are actually very famous for surfing.
Oh, we can't.
Probably the one thing about vampires you didn't know is that they surfed every day for the. Well, since Cain was cast down to Earth, he was like cowabunga, dude. It's like that's how it started.
Since Cain became the progenitor of all vampires, as per White Wolf lore.
Sure. We're gonna go by White Wolf lore. Why not?
I mean, honestly, I know that's not the only one where Cain is the first vampire, but it's the only one I'm familiar with, if you will. Okay, we can't talk to him, so we've got to figure other stuff out.
Vampires are all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Well, that's the thing. I'm not saying that New York doesn't have, a surfing scene, but I would have to say it's probably not the best place to pick for surfing. Especially since you could probably surf like 2 months out of the year.
Hold on.
Whoa, is that a chicken?
Dude, that is a chicken. Cowabunga, dude. Don't have a cow, man. Quote, Cain, probably.
Yes. Hit waves live in Minnesota.
They're closed.
Okay, listen, I had dreams, I had thoughts, I had hopes. Okay. So where should we go?
Well, that's really up to you. We did notice a chicken that wasn't there before.
He's been walking around kind of off and on. Can we interact with the chicken?
Well,
Take the chicken.
I don't need a live chicken at the moment.
Okay.
Ooh, reminds me of the present the voodoo group left me. Yuck.
I mean, very true. But Rooster.
Must not be a lot of cats around here.
No.
There's at least one.
No, there's the one, but it probably doesn't like roosters very much. Oh, he's just doing like a little bit of I saw that moonwalk.
Look at this rooster. Look at this fowl.
You can bring yourself down to its level.
Let's get on this level. Listen, this chicken, this rooster, he will destroy you. Roosters are very violent, actually.
Yeah, they are.
Look at this
funky little dinosaur.
Look at him. Pure, unadulterated dinosaur burb. Okay. So, where shall we go? What do we need to do?
Well, here's the thing, Wraith. How do you know they got the chicken's walk right? You're not a chicken, so you're only going off what you know as a human.
Wait.
Another chicken might look at that chicken and go, that walk looks like not that great.
We might need to...
yeah, we're better at recognizing our own species' ability to look realistic.
Wait, to Square, we'll have to check that clip you just made.
Yeah.
I don't know if we put everything that we could in Sydney yet. We might have to do that. I've seen a chicken walk before. I've seen chickens walk before, but it's been a very long time.
You've seen it, but
I never had...
You're not a chicken, so it's hard for you to like you could. Here's the thing: we're great at pattern recognition, but when it comes to our own species, we could spot a fake from a mile away. We're really good.
Oh yeah,
at that.
Definitely.
So with a chicken, you have to be kind of a chicken or live in their world, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, who's this?
I actually don't have any chickens at home.
But come back from the light, Gracie. Come back.
All right. I was almost done anyway.
So what's it?
Hey, kids.
God.
What?
We had to come up here.
You guys weren't about to discuss the case, were you?
Oh,
Did you just wander in here with a beard, mostly? This Chad just comes in with the beer.
Talk about wild. it ties together Freemasonry, the Templars, this group called the Priory of Sion, and like this bizarro theory about the Holy Grail. Well,
I've heard of the Priory of Sion. That's a Dan Brown thing. If I remember right, the Priory of Sion. Let me see if I'm right before I ask Gracie, because she is knowledgeable.
Okay.
I think the Priory of Sion were the group that was supposed to be protecting the bloodline of Christ, like Jesus's bloodline throughout the ages and stuff. I think, because if I remember right from the book, they were mentioned, but they weren't the Catholic group, because the Catholic group that was involved in that, he used the
I have no idea. You're saying all of this, and I'm like, sure, I'll take your word for it, because I don't know anything about it. I'm completely.
It's gonna bother me.
I'm
Somebody
completely.
Who's also...
Yeah, somebody else will have to meet you on that one. I have no idea.
Yes.
This whole thing sounds like things people were obsessed with in like the early 2000s that I just went, nah, I'm good. I'd rather shoot aliens or something cool. Like,
dude, I know it's a 20th century invention.
Right.
This game is based off this stuff because lore. Anyway, but there was actually Opus Dei. That's it. He did pull an actual Catholic group.
Yeah.
Not sect, but specific group within the Catholic Church to oppose him or something. Anyway, I think that's right. Let's see if I'm right.
Okay, let's see if you're right.
I'm not sure I want to know, but who or what?
I might be wrong.
The Priory.
The
No,
Priory
that's
of
my
Sion
mug.
is an
No,
offshoot
no.
of the Templars. See, they split off before the Templar persecution, way back in 1188. The Priory returned to France from the Holy Land and set up a bunch of monasteries here.
What's that got to do with now?
Well, the Priory still exists, and they seem to have some kind of major agenda going on with Rennes-le-Château.
Really?
Okay. Now.
Yeah, I like he shows up. He's like, I'm just
group.
here for the treasure. Nothing serious.
I'm just here.
Well, yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, Ziopo. Does anybody like the graphics from the first game than the third one? Yeah, because I think the first one.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is actually a pretty stellar innovation for adventure games, but I have to agree the art was probably far more made for that than this was, because this feels like a technology they were rising to meet. And the previous game, it was a technology that they already had and could just easily improve upon. This was brand freaking new.
It almost feels like those animes, those OVAs that are more or less tech demos.
You're right.
That they're showing the different, the new style or the new CG technology or something, but it's not unlike those. And like some of them, they're not that great of a story, but it's mostly oh, look at what we could do. But this is actually a good story because it's Gabriel Knight, even if it is a Dan Brown novel.
So what's the Priory's agenda in Rennes-le-Château?
I'm not sure exactly. But whatever it is, it probably has something to do with the bloodline.
Gabriel?
I don't know. Rotoscope Gabriel would be kind of cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I'd play a Rotoscope Gabriel game.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's this Grail theory you mentioned?
Okay, now, the Grail. Are you ready for this?
Go on.
Let's see if I called
The
it.
Grail is supposed to be a vessel, right? Like a cup, and it contains the blood of Jesus.
Yeah, go on.
The book suggests that the Grail is an allegory for an esoteric secret, a secret so heretical that it had to go underground throughout the Middle Ages. It was passed along as the legend of the Grail.
And that secret is?
That Jesus had descendants. The Grail itself is an allegory of the womb of Mary Magdalene. Okay. In other words, her womb, right, the cup, contained his blood, or rather bloodline. His heirs.
Get out of town.
Kinky.
I like that. That's a great response.
That is where you go with this.
Of course it is. The first game, he does nothing but relentlessly hit on Grace at the front desk. Relentlessly. So you're really surprised at this point when he says, "Oh yeah, Mary Magdalene." Wow, kinky.
I'm not.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I could I will give this for the Dan Brown novel stuffs. The Da Vinci Code movie. Sir Ian McKellen, who played a guy in there, explained this whole theory as the character was playing, and it was I would sit through a lecture of this, and then Gabriel just would be sitting there listening to Sir Ian McKellen explaining all of it, and that would be his response. Just like eyebrow waggle.
What's this got to do with the Templars and the Freemasons?
The Freemasons, I have no idea.
According to the book, the Templars were the founders of Scottish Rite Freemasonry. And when they were persecuted, some of them fled to Scotland and changed their name.
What's that got to do with Rennes-le-Château?
Only that whatever is going on here, the Freemasons are obviously still involved. Some secret knowledge must have been passed down through the organization.
That makes more sense. Let me try something real quick.
Okay, that's actually a theory I'm not familiar with the Masons being an offshoot of the Templars. That one, this is the first time I've heard that. I don't know if it's an actual theory or if it's just game. But the Freemasons have been a group for a very long time, so who knows? I don't know. I mean, my grandfather...
I'm gonna try that. That might
okay, go for it.
That might not work, but, you know.
One of my grandfathers was a Mason, and of course he kept everything secret. Like he was when he was young, like when my mom was a kid, he wouldn't tell them any of the stuff, but she was pretty sure they just went to play cards.
That whole argument between Prince James's men and the Abbé, if the men were Freemasons, could the Abbé be Priory?
Hello, maybe. But I was thinking that Montrose might be Priory.
Montrose?
Yeah, he's the owner of the local winery, Chateau de Serres. There was just something weird about that place.
I'll have to check it out.
Besides, if the Priory and the Freemasons are both supporters of the bloodline, why would they be ripping each other's throats out?
I don't think they're that friendly, Mose. They may have started out in bed together, but that doesn't mean they always agree.
Oh, kind of like the U.S. and England.
Reagan and Bush.
Hardcastle and McCormick.
Siegfried and Roy.
All right already.
Wow.
Reference.
Hold on. I'm going to try to change that again. I was wondering if that fixed the face thing, but it does not. Let's try. No, we don't want intermittent rendering. We tried that before. Let's try.
Oh, God.
Let's turn that LOD all the way up.
Mole, an underage version of the Masons. I didn't realize they had that. Yeah, I'm not really familiar with a lot of what the Masons actually do. Like I said, my grandpa was in it, but he had a Masons at his funeral, and they had the little white aprons.
Sounds pretty Looney Tunes to me.
Whether it's true or not is not
This does not sound like Bugs Bunny.
The point is these secret societies believe it, in a big way. Okay, look, Mary Magdalene came here, right, after the crucifixion?
That's what they say.
Okay, so, she brings the kids, or maybe she's pregnant. Her descendants intermarry with local nobility and become the Merovingian dynasty.
The Merovingians are supposed to be descendants of Jesus?
Yes, and the Catholic Pope betrayed and murdered them, but some of their line survived.
You're losing me.
Sorry, Mose, I'm on a roll. Okay, so the Merovingian survivors hid in this region and had backers here. Well, it could explain why so many heretics kept cropping up in the Languedoc, like the Cathars and the Templars, and Rome kept trying to wipe them out, to bury the secret of the bloodline.
Gee, those wacky popes, you just can't trust them.
Maybe it's those funny hats, all that weight up there on their head.
Fine.
Wow.
That sounds like something my uncle would say for sure. Sounds exactly. Probably all that weight on their head. He would have definitely have said that. All right, let's try texture quality at max. Ooh,
okay.
Ooh, that actually had a different...
Wait.
Yeah, that shifted.
Yeah, something actually changed.
Oh, yeah, it's less blurry.
Whoa! Actual background details.
Yeah, maybe. We'll find out. Probably not. Probably didn't fix anything.
Let's see.
What's this got to do with the Templars and the Freemasons and Priory of Sion again?
They're all supporters of the bloodline, dedicated to getting the bloodline back on the throne. The Templars were probably founded to find proof of the bloodline's genealogy. That's why they were excavating under the Temple of Solomon. And the Crusades would have been the perfect cover.
Proof? Like what? A 2,000-year-old birth certificate with the father listed as the son of God?
Jesus was of the royal house of David, and if he had children, it would have been in the temple records.
If the Priory and the Templars were both supporters of the bloodline, then how come they split up?
I don't know.
Oh, there's so many reasons, mostly.
Maybe they had a falling out.
Yeah.
Like Martin Luther and the Catholics.
Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel.
the professor, and Mr.
Here
Howell.
we go again.
Don't start.
Okay. Honestly, like Martin Luther and the Catholics is the best. Like, yes, that is actual. And then he brings in Simon and Garfunkel.
Well, these two went to high school together, so of course.
Oh, you could tell. You could tell.
Good writing.
What? Oh, to Square?
Yeah.
What do you mean this was all just retcon lore from the Council of Nicaea? What a ripoff.
Yeah.
How does this relate to the treasure?
The authors think Saunier found the Templar treasure all right, but it wasn't gold. It was ancient genealogy charts from the Temple of Solomon, which Saunier then used to, get this, blackmail the Catholic Church. Or maybe he sold the documents to people like the Priory or the Masons.
Well, it's a theory. Was there anything else I should know about the book?
Oh, maybe just one small thing. Listen. Many of the prominent families in Europe today claim Merovingian descent, including the Habsburg-Lorraines, Wittelsbachs, Plantards, and Montesquieux in France, the Sinclair family in Britain, and the Stuarts of Scotland.
The Stuarts? Prince James is a bloodline descendant?
Holy genealogies, Batman.
Whoa, it does kind of change the whole picture, doesn't it?
I really need to go.
You catching a train?
No, I just,
I still want to read a bit more. So let's meet back here at 5, shall we?
Sure. See ya.
So you guys look.
Mostly,
All right.
what are
I'll
you
go.
be investigating?
Oh,
like,
can't leave.
he's doing something for somebody. He's in on this, and I don't know how,
There's
and I
something
want
up
to
with
find
him.
out.
Go figure.
Yeah, it's weird because the high-res face textures, for some reason, don't animate, but the low-res ones do. Oh, well.
It's
a bug.
Weird game stuff.
Well, you talked to Grace.
Yep, that's all
Do you have
we
anything
got.
you wanted to
Alright.
show her in your inventory that you had found?
I don't know. I was actually going to see if
take
I
a
need to
look.
scan anything into Sydney, because I know we have those tire treads.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, we got some
fingerprints.
fingerprints.
I don't know if we have those in yet. Let's see. Hey, Grace. Gracie. Look at this.
I don't want to show that to her.
Okay.
She's not going to scan them in for you.
No. I don't think I can
I think she's
show her
graduated
anything,
from secretary
'cause she's
to
reading.
full-time Schottenjäger now.
I know. I was just going to see if it had a prompt or something.
I have to go into Sydney and do an ad data if I want to
that's right.
scan this.
Yeah, he's trying to hit you
Alright.
with that logic of, like, you have to hit the start button first in order to
Yeah, I
activate
got
the
it.
start menu.
By
You
the
know,
time
like-
the Bible hit the 3rd edition, the world.
Yeah, 3rd edition.
I mean that.
That's the thing
Yeah.
about perspective in humans.
And also, like,
There you go.
record, like historical records and all that.
You have to
good
click
stuff.
that and then no. You have to click
Wait,
that,
oh,
then
wait.
the laptop button. Yeah, you gotta.
That's it.
Nope, it's fine.
Forget-
You're already there. You're already on it. You just have to click on it. Yep.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Ha-ha.
it's all good. You're in the middle of explaining something, so it's all good.
Yeah, like it's.
All right, let's add some more data. This is my
let's
favorite
add
part
all
of the game,
fingerprints.
where I just input a bunch of data from random people.
Oh, I know, right?
So good.
Oh my. You guys cannot see this cat behind my screen, but he's just like flailing around and licking his tiny paws. It's adorable.
Yeah, well, maybe that's that. Maybe we get a cat cam next time.
Sadly, I don't think cat cam will be possible,
All right.
but I'll give him head scratches for everyone. Aw.
You're just embarrassed you don't want to show people all the wires behind your computer.
Well, also don't have a camera that's not connected to my laptop, and
You don't have any USB ports left, probably.
No, not many, or any webcams. To be honest, that's not like integrated. So
Yeah.
I don't think I need to scan that
Okay.
into Sydney.
that
Yeah, let's scan everything into Sydney.
all the things that we haven't scanned yet. Let's empty those pockets. Then actually looking at it logistically, I don't think a cat cam would work just because the space is so tight. He's literally right behind my laptop.
Yeah.
There is. He likes the warmth. The battery is nice and warm back there.
And we're going to put in
Let's
all the data.
see.
We collected a lot.
We have a lot of data.
I don't think I need to scan that into Sydney.
Just checking. There
more.
It is.
Last thing.
But I can now officially say I called it. It is a Dan Brown novel plotline. I knew it.
I knew it. Well, before Dan Brown had the book, so yeah.
I know, right? Oh, man. I think that's
the
everything.
thing is, like, I wonder if it's just because he became more popular that it became known as, like, you know, because I'm sure this has probably been a theory that's been around for a very long time. It's not something that's just, like, Dan Brown invented, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not something he came up with.
Yeah, he presented it in a way that was widely accepted and received.
Yeah, to be fair, at the time this game was made, books were still a lot more popular than the video games.
At the time.
Yes, at the time.
Soon we will all connect our brains into the video games, and then you can play as Gabriel Knight yourself.
You just walk around as Gabriel Knight.
Yeah, no, that's.
I don't know. I mean,
it would be less. It would not be called Gabriel Knight 4 in the mystery of whatever the Mummy. It would be like Gabriel Knight 4 and the constant
Dude.
The constant sexual harassment claims that you have to now navigate
Mummies
all the
would be
paperwork.
cool. If they ever, that's actually a good thought.
What's that?
If they ever, I want to see if Mosley was going to be there. If they ever made another Gabriel Knight, what would you want the supernatural being to be?
Well, I was thinking like a good one would be mummies, but
mummies are classic.
Go through the classic monster list. Mummies are good. You can always return to werewolves. Werewolves are endlessly fun.
Ooh, what if we had a Promethean, like, Frankenstein's monster, too?
Zombies are good, but we can just do I mean, they did zombies in the first one, kind of.
Sure, yeah.
Because that's kind of a voodoo thing.
What if they pulled out a Wendigo?
Oh, yeah, Wendigo, perfect. There it is.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, Wendigo.
Gabriel Knight versus a Wendigo. You gotta be careful how to handle that one, though, because there's a couple different, like, it's either seen as a creature or a spirit, I think.
Yeah, well...
But they're cool. It's just it's interesting Native American
I think Jane
lore.
Jensen can easily handle something if she hasn't already written the fourth one and is just, like, sitting on it. Like, I can't make it because it costs a bajillion dollars to do the idea that I want. And that's honestly, like, a legitimate way to do any of your products or projects is... If you don't have the things that you want to make the project work, then just do other projects because, you know, it's a lot easier for you to like cheapen out. But this is your story. You know, you don't want to cheap out on the story that you're making.
Where do we want to go?
So if you don't feel like you have the funding for that as a big producer, then don't worry about it. Just make something else.
I think we need to go try and talk to the Abe.
And I know that they tried to, but they, you know, Gabriel Knight was their thing.
Oh, there's
so hopefully
good.
they come back
to
options. I think they do.
Mermaid.
Great with it.
Mermaid, Fae. Fae's always a good choice.
The Yeti.
Bigfoot. The Yeti.
Siren Coven, yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool. I want to see if we can talk to the Abe again.
Yeah, Gabriel goes to Japan and fights demons.
Why did you grab... Hold on. My hand has been grabbed. My sleeve was grabbed. Oh, no. He just full-on grabbed my sleeve and pulled my hand to his face.
Yeah. Oh, you're floating now. How did that happen?
I don't know.
I didn't move. Oh, I don't know how you moved. Let me see if I can get you back down on the thing. Yeah, you moved.
Okay, good. While you're doing that, I need to free my hand. I have been grabbed.
Okay.
I think this cat, Oh, no, buddy. No biting. I'm sorry.
See if I can fix that.
I'm sorry if you're agitated, but you can't.
Cats.
If you're going to bite, you can't sit back there.
No, you're right. Cats are weird.
Yes, a soul cat.
There you go.
Those times when your cat's like perfectly chilled and just grabs your hand to give you nibbles.
The writer's original pitch was that the fourth game revolve around ghosts.
I don't think there's anybody home.
Ghosts would be good. I mean, there's endless potential with Ghost.
That's true. I think that's I guess it depends on what it's, you know, because if I think that the interesting thing, there's a lot of potential with that because you could just bring back Dahlia.
Yeah.
Or Malia, excuse me, Malia.
You can bring that back, or you can just.
Malia did, yeah, she fell into magma, so kind of hard to have her return.
Literally, if you did ghost, pull back every person who has died in a Gabriel Knight game. Just think about that for a second.
I don't hear anything. I don't think he's in there.
Okay, he might still be at the top of the tower. I did not expect you there for some reason, even though I should have.
Yeah, he can teleport. See?
So.
Like that. He was quick.
Where?
That sounds like celebrity deathmatch.
Versus the Nobunaga. Wait, Gabriel Knight versus Nobunaga Oda? You would have Gabriel Knight versus Oda. But which version of Oda? The one where he's portrayed as more of a hero put in a more unfortunate situations, or the villain a la Sengoku Basara, where he's just like ultimate evil?
Maybe.
Tell me which Oda. I give you that. Thorax, tell me which one. Because I'm down. I would be down with Gabriel Knight versus Oda. That's an interesting character to look into, honestly. The ghost of Laura Bow.
She's like, I'll help you solve that murder. And he's like, I'm good,
you
thank
you. Summon me with the Ouija board, I'll help you out.
Well, no, I mean, Roberta Williams and Ken Williams both just made a reboot of Colossal Cave, which came out in like the 70s.
That does sound like a celebrity deathmatch, actually. Gabriel Knight versus Oda. Oh, wait. You know things. That's why.
I don't have anything else to say.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, he has nothing else to say to her.
So, who do we... I know we need to do something else, but we have this knowledge of the Priory now, and of the Freemasons.
Yes.
And we don't know... I have no idea where Mosley is now. Because he's not in the he's not in the cafe. I guess we could check out his room, see if he's there. Onimusha Oda? I'm not familiar with Onimusha Oda. Come back from... No, anyone can come back from lava. They just have them say they were wearing bulletproof that is not how that works. You cannot be immune to lava, okay? I have heard someone try to pull an argument where Gollum was immune to lava for Lord of the Rings, and no, I refuse. Lava just, no.
I have a hint for you.
Oh, a big snake. Yes, please.
All right. There's someone you should be following.
Where's Mosley? Did he go out on a scoot?
Yeah.
Did he go out on his scooter? Oh my gosh.
Maybe. I have no idea. I just pulled. That's what literally just the hint just says. Maybe there's someone you should be following.
Thank you for helping me get back on focus. Honestly, actually, a big snake demon.
Yes.
Orochimaru, not like the Naruto villain Orochimaru, but the actual snake Orochimaru that like the Okami one. The one that the Japanese storm god gave sake to get drunk so he could defeat him with the sword that became the grass cutter. That.
No.
I
don't know. These all sound like names to me. These all sound like really cool ideas. I have no idea.
I'm sorry.
I am completely uneducated in a lot of ancient myth. I am terrible.
I like.
I don't mind listening though.
I love mythology,
let's wait
because I'm also a big old... I'm just waiting to see if he's coming around.
I'm sure he will.
Because I'm a big old nerd, you get a lot of mythology... you get some good Japanese mythology, too. And if you can find the right books... there was this book when I was a kid at my school's library that was just a big book of Japanese mythology. It was good.
Actually, check the map and see where he... Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Oh, that's not him. That's Estelle. By herself.
Yeah, that's unusual.
Let's follow her.
Nobunaga Oda is a big weird snake in the Onimusha games. I did not know that.
In the middle of nowhere, as far as I can tell.
Huh.
Ooh, new map location. Let's also... Oh, we have their license plate number, don't we? We should get it.
We do. We scanned it in. I think let's see.
Yeah, let's just do it just to have it, just so we can get those extra points, you know?
Definitely. And if we've got it, then he'll probably be like, oh, hey, I already got that.
Why would they stop here? This place isn't even interesting enough to have a tourist sign.
Because they have their own secret theories on the Grail.
That's when he hears a gun cock from behind him, and she goes, because you're following me, and I don't like people.
I already have the license plate
Thought
number.
so.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're following me, Mr. Knight.
Yeah.
I'd appreciate it if you get on your Harley and keep driving.
Ooh, let's see. Where?
Looks like she went somewhere. Maybe that way? Bring your mouse. Yeah, just drive around and look.
I'm going on a tank
Oh, there's a
adventure.
cave or something? No? What's over here?
I don't know, but...
Something.
Gabe!
There she is.
Okay, before we go talk to her, let's see. We've got...
A rock.
Rocks.
Yeah, they did say if you see an object in this game, it's hard for them to put a ton of decorations in here. So if it was a rock, it's probably just either
She's looking at a map. Okay. Because I know I can zoom around. Mochi Mecha could zoom on shreds all day long and no one will say a thing. The moment Gabe walks over, they're just like, "Oh no, Mr. Knight."
I have played Onimusha Thorax actually. I played through the entirety of the first one that I played on PS2.
Samurai Resident Evil. Oh, nice.
But I don't remember it because that was like 2003, 2002. Yeah, it's been a while.
Now, the most evil rendition I've seen of Nobunaga Oda is from... What was that little hip wiggle? Was she pulling up her pants?
Yeah.
Is from Sengoku Basara. I've never played the games, but Retro and I have the anime and the movies, which, Bromance of the Three Kingdoms is just it is chef's kiss of ridiculous and just pure shonen. Like, it's beautiful. If you like goofy stuff, it's a wonderful thing to watch. Oh, that was sudden.
Hi, Estelle. Everything okay?
Did you follow me here, Mr. Knight?
Me? Uh-huh. I just stopped to see if you needed help.
I do not need help, but thank you for your concern.
Don't mention it.
Let's just ask him all the questions. Not a big deal. She's kind of mad about it.
Oh, hey, TK.
So,
hello.
How come Lady Howard's not with you? Kinda joined at the hip, ain't you?
She's had a very difficult morning. I would have stayed with her, but time is of the essence.
Yeah. Close-ups aren't like loading right for some reason.
It's weird.
Oh, the Night Owl just gave TK a sub. Thanks for the courtesy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How did you meet Lady Howard anyway?
Her family was the largest landholders in my village. I knew her growing up, of course, but we never played together. She made quite a name for herself on the stage, you know, when she was younger.
Huh.
And I was working in London myself as a nurse. I went to see her perform. Well, we became friends. When my father died and left me the cottage, we moved back to Hampstead. It's not exactly the manor she was born to, but it was sold years ago. Ironically, it's on the market again.
Yeah, this comes from that era where, where
she wants the treasure so she can buy back her family's manor.
Yeah, well, it's because I think she legitimately loves her, because this is also that era where same-sex marriage was still illegal in the United States, or not legalized, I should say. It wasn't illegal, it just wasn't.
I don't even know how it was in the UK, because that's where they're from. But, yeah.
Same thing. I think it was also for a while. Yeah, I think it was just that. Yeah, it's different. It was a different era.
It's just the time.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm going to be honest. I figured that's the only way she'd be able to put up with her.
Oh.
Because Lady Howard seems like a very strong personality, and,
yeah, that's one way to put it.
Yeah. As long as she's treating you well, Estelle. If you're happy, that's good.
Okay.
Does Lady Howard still perform?
Well, she's taking a break from her career.
Oh, she's telling you everything. What a nice lady.
Estelle, I knew I liked you. Lady Howard I'm not a big fan of, but I like you.
So, what's out here?
You can see for yourself.
Doesn't look like anything to me. But then you wouldn't be here if that was the case now, would you?
Some people don't care to tell other people their business.
Oh,
You just told us your whole backstory.
Rude, isn't it? It was a perfectly friendly question.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just that Lily really prefers we keep our business to ourselves. Some people can be ruthless, you know, particularly...
Men?
Well, now that you've said so yourself.
Oh, I like that you just quite literally used the fact that she's British against her. You're like, well, that was kind of rude. And she goes, no, that's not what I meant. You see, that's quite an offense.
Dialogue, but will not be rude.
Huh, I will not have you call me rude in the middle of the woods. Are you kidding?
So this is the spot you and Lady Howard are betting your treasure hunting dollars on,
Pharisee.
huh?
Really?
What Pharisees?
I wish you
Hello.
wouldn't ask such things.
Hey, just curious.
Okay, tell us about the treasure now, Estelle.
I don't believe in the treasure myself. All that stuff about ciphers and nonsense.
Saunier didn't conjure that money.
Well, I'm
that's
not
true.
saying he didn't find something, but what if he took all there was?
I don't believe it. There's got to be something here, and
And we've got to find it? Why is that, Miss Stiles?
It's none of your business.
That face.
I'm sorry, but that's all I'm going to say about it.
That
I
face.
mean,
It was
you
perfect
literally-
timing.
It really was.
Biting his lower lip. Why don't you
You
tell
know,
me?
she already told us everything we needed to know about why they want the treasure. Estelle and Lady Howard, or Lily, I guess that's her name, want to buy her manor back because it's on the market again. She's already said it. I can read between those lines, Estelle. You want to buy Lily's house, family home back so you guys can live there and be happy. And you know what?
Yeah.
More power to you. I hope you're able to.
It's a beautiful story.
It is.
Lady Howard probably doesn't even know Estelle is doing all this for her. Like
No,
that's
she.
because she'd
like,
probably
obviously
be
she
like
wants to
mortified.
find it,
She's
but-
like, you would do all of that for me?
Oh,
Yeah,
she'd
yeah.
be touched. Touched, Estelle. Touched. Okay, I think that's all we're going to find here. 'cause
Well, we can
just,
always
like,
go to
looking
that. We can always go to
around-
the because he said he wanted to go to the chateau that we were at with Grace. We can always go there. I don't know if
the
it's
chateau-
open, but we can
Oh,
always check.
the vineyard.
Right. Yeah, because he said he wanted to check it out himself. That's the only other
That's
place
right,
I can think
right,
of.
right. And Grace has an inkling that he might be part of the Priory.
Yeah. How very speedy's pies of you, madam. Hello.
Teleport. Get down here. Do.
Yeah, those
And
word
here-
papers
we were
are
going to-
hard. Yeah, they are.
And here I thought we were going to track down Mosley. I
was
don't
trying to
know what's
remember
special
why
about that site.
on the last Maelstrom episode, I was trying to remember why my microphone sounded like that, and I remembered I was visiting my mom at the time, and all I had was a PS4 controller.
That's why I knew it sounded different.
Yeah, that's all I
They're
had.
closed, and I don't think it's worth breaking in just to taste some wine.
Knock knock.
Yeah, I mean, why not? He might answer the door. It's just a castle,
So
right?
selfless. Sniff sniff. Absolutely right.
Yeah, he's trying to figure out what scam is he going to run on this guy when he knocks.
If nobody answers the door, we'll go back to the site and check it out. Oh, never mind. Hello.
Je regrette, mais nous sommes fermés.
I have no idea what you just said, but
Yes, what is it you want?
What is it I want? Oh, good question. Let's see. I deserve that.
You do. You did. You did.
Well, let's go into the pub. The pub's right there.
The door's locked. It's locked, and they're closed.
Right.
No, it.
Right. But.
How? There's actually. I don't think there's actually a way for us to get into there.
Well, that's not stopped Grace. What do you think it's going to do for Gabriel?
Well, I know, but he has no prompting to get in. I don't even know if he'll want to get up there.
Climb the wall? What kind of an idiot would try that?
You're idiots. You know, Grace. And how dare you call her an idiot?
Well, there's the door. There was a door there.
Oh, yeah,
That's good.
It's probably still locked.
We totally did that last stream.
We did. How dare you, Gabriel? How dare? Yeah, smooth.
Yep,
locked.
They're locked, Auntie M.
Oh. Really? Bring in that. You are all with the references today, Gabriel. What in the world, sir? All right, let's go back to that site and look around a bit. I think D-Moon might be onto something. But I'm not sure what. We'll give it another look.
Let's say, what's a hint? Seems like they want to see someone more important. That's the hint.
Oh, for this place?
No, they said in order to get in. We were on the right track. I just hit the hint guide. It said, because it was like, how do I get in to see the guy? And it said, they need someone more important.
So we're going to need some help with that one.
Well, we just have to convince them that we're someone important.
I guess
do we have anything in our inventory that says that we're like a cop or something?
We have the prince's card.
Don't we still have we still have Mosley's wallet.
I don't think I need to scan that into Sydney.
Is that that's Mosley's? Do we still have his wallet? Can we still pretend to be a detective?
Oh no, not again.
Yes, that is great.
Oh, Gabriel is okay. Hold on, let me see. Nope. Oh, actually, no. We should do this.
All right.
First nation time again.
Yeah, that's all I could think to do.
My spacebar didn't want to work. Okay.
That or we probably have to steal it again, which would be funnier.
Oh my gosh.
Well, hit the little icon. Yeah.
Well, I can't very well tell him I'm looking for vampires. I need a cover story.
Cover story.
Let's try with the wallet.
Just look at that score creeping up on there.
That's not going to get me into the house.
Okay. Never mind. So what do we need?
There's an awful lot of blood imagery in this thing. Arteries, veins.
No, not... What do we need to convince him more important if it's not the wallet?
I have no idea. This is like, I'm like, what do we have? Well, we have that card, but that doesn't count for anything.
It might?
Maybe?
That's not going to get me into
I thought for a second it was the right answer.
Yeah.
I can't very well tell him.
You have any way?
You have a few minutes to talk about your car's extended warranty.
Oh yeah, convince someone you're important. British accent. Well, since it's Tim Curry, it shouldn't be a problem for him.
No, it really shouldn't. Okay, I have the card. Let's just see if we can give it to the guy. Okay, never mind. All right. What do we have? I don't know if we have anything right now. I might have to go find something.
Well, we could always...
I'm almost half tempted to see if this would do it.
Maybe?
I mean, weirder things have happened in this game.
That's not going to get me into the house.
Okay, thought so.
That's true. Yeah, I have no idea. How do you convince? Right. I could hit the next hint if you like.
Well, I go to the map. Please do. That way we can, if we need to go somewhere to get something, then we'll be ready to go.
You need an alternate form of ID. Yeah, see, that's it. That was
so we do have to go. I guess we have to go back to Mosley.
I guess we're stealing his ID again. All right.
Oh man. Wait. Yeah, because the ID we have is ours. I think we took off all the alterations. I read something a while back. The studies show that Americans tend to view people with British accents more educated and believable. I've heard that too.
Well, here you go foraging again.
Yep. Now, of course, that is an inaccurate viewpoint to have on people, but they do have very good accents.
Yeah.
Actually, honestly, almost every accent sounds cool to me. To be fair. I think for the most part, it's just because with American English, because native tongue, I don't hear the accents as much unless you really put on that drawl or wherever you're from. Like Minnesota accents and stuff.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Hey, Mostly.
I'll be out later, Nat.
Oh. All right.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. Okay. Well, that didn't work.
No, but dude, that was.
Yeah, good call.
He's reading or writing something.
Yeah, it sounds like he's reading or writing something, which is very scary because Mosley doesn't do that very often.
I know!
He barely even files his own paperwork.
Right? Oh no, this is serious then. Whatever he's doing is serious.
Oh, fuck, I just remembered. We can make IDs at the computer, remember? There's I just now thought of it. I was like, where can we get a fuck? And I was like, oh, yes.
About that.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Minoray. Yes, I am doing well. Thank you.
Hello.
Don't make fun of my O sound. I'm not making fun of your O sound.
I'm glad you like that, Minoray. Thank you. Had a fun time being a werewolf. Gabriel was still a werewolf. We would have caught him by now, man. I'm telling you.
I know, right? All right.
This would have been Ella got off the train and been like,
ID.
sniffs the air and goes, oh, they're over here.
Because all computer programs just have the Make ID button.
Yeah, right next to the start menu. Make ID.
Okay. Protective security.
What other ones do we want?
Order, blood, drive, coroner, reporter, freelance monthly, repair, sales, police.
Well, security is not the same.
With the police department.
I'm a reporter. Yeah.
No. We're going to go with the New York Times because he owns a very famous vineyard and winery.
You're right.
We'd like to do I'd like to write a story on your vineyard or winery.
Can I want to say before you click, you have to click print, but before I say, look at Gracie's fine photo there. The only one who's smiling. Gabriel, like every single military picture ever taken, and then you have this.
Gracie, she's like, yeah, hi.
Hey,
she looks so pleasant. He's just like,
humph. Gotta make some effort.
Should work.
We do not have Interpol. We only have the New Orleans police and security.
Yeah, none of those I don't think would work here, but it sounded like you printed it. Where is it?
I think it worked. I won't accept lycanthropy unless I can be a were-hippo. Oh my gosh, that is cursed.
Yeah.
Were-hippo would be terrifying. Why? Why would you?
What do you know about the Grail? Yeah, exactly.
What do you know about the Grail?
Did you get the ID before you leave?
Yeah, it's in there. I checked.
Okay, cool. So hopefully this works. Otherwise, we'll have to keep going back until we get the right idea. I wish we could just print them all and just like take them all as a Rolodex, like New York Times. No, all right. How about New Orleans Police? No, okay, that didn't work either. I work for the Gazette. I'm a plumber. I work for Purple Pipes.
Who works for the I'm a plumber who works for the New York Times on the side. Oh, excuse me.
I imagine a person who is a were-hippo is most likely going to be the type of person who also shops at a store called Big and Tall, which I'm very familiar with. Being a tall person,
would be terrifying though,
and having no selection of shoes at any other store because of all the genetics I had to get. I had to get the clown genetics, so. I go to these stores, and yes, I believe you can find were-hippo-sized jeans.
I believe it.
And jackets. It's quite possible.
Yeah, but I better knock first.
Okay, good.
hopefully this works. Otherwise, we're gonna have to keep going back.
Yeah, exactly. Silver bullets.
If it doesn't, we'll just
penetrate
reload
your
it.
hippo.
We'll just reload
yeah,
it because
definitely.
I don't want to have to keep doing that.
This is true. But I think this
Yes.
did the trick. Press.
My name's Knight. I'm a reporter. I'm doing a feature on Languedoc wineries, and I'd love to include you in my spread.
He said it. I'm a reporter.
I'll see if the chateau owner is free.
I'm just here to do a little old story on your wine and vineyard. If you'd have just a moment of, if I could take a moment of your
Bonjour,
time.
Monsieur Knight. I'm Excelsior Montrose, the owner and viticulturist of Chateau de Serre.
Nice of you to see me, Mr. Montrose. I should have made an appointment, but I get better results just knocking about. The best places don't advertise.
Ah, well, how true. Now allow me to take you to the wine tasting room.
Okay.
Marceau?
Oh,
that's
nice.
Nice. Yes, Lorbo. The spirit of Lorbo has just taken over Gabriel Knight because now he's a reporter who's solving a mystery.
What would you like to serve, sir?
Are you a red man or a white? No. Let me guess. Red, yes?
Gosh, it shows, huh?
Do you like it dry?
Well, most red wines are
Yeah,
dry.
I'd drink dust if I could.
Well, let's see.
Oh, that
then.
sounds horrible.
Perhaps the 76 Merlot.
Yes, sir.
The 76 Merlot.
Merlot is a drier red wine. I personally go for the sweeter ones myself, the less dry ones.
So this guy's name is Excelsior Montrose.
Say the line! Yep.
Say the line, Bart. I'm a reporter.
I'm a reporter. Yeah, Merlots are very
I'm
nice.
terribly sorry that you caught us unprepared today. We were about to shut the main gate.
Everything's all right, I hope?
Oh, yes. Here, anyway. The constable called a little while ago. There was a murder in the vicinity last night.
A murder?
A murder?
Very unusual, I assure you. But I suppose even here we're not immune. Oh, well, we should let it breathe for a moment.
Right. Nothing worse than suffocated wine.
He has no idea what he's talking about. We'll start with the actual thing and then go to the murder and then hop around because that would seem like a
I don't think it really
natural
matters.
flow.
But yeah, I like the natural flow idea.
I like the flow.
Yeah.
Sometimes just going through the
What
order,
exactly
but this
is viticulture?
You are a wine critic, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, what's your definition?
Smooth.
Oh, good
Well,
cover.
To me, viticulture is about breeding, and I don't mean the mechanics of grafting. Grafting is only a tool. What's meaningful is the essence of the two vines you're combining. There are literally thousands of grapes, and most viticulturists choose from well-known stock. But my father always bred his own grapes, and has passed down some very rare species.
I'm fascinated.
Really? Well, I don't want to bore you.
Yeah, tell me more about how you make
Tell
these
me
grapes
more about the grape.
create more
Plus-
baby grapes. How do you make baby
Yeah,
grapes?
I feel like there might also, who knows? It's a Gabriel Knight game. There may be some allegory or hidden messages in this.
I'd like to hear more about your breeding program.
You
Out
won't
of context,
reveal
that's
my
a horrible
secret?
lie.
For my
Oh yeah, that's
ears
John
only.
Delancey. Yeah, John
Very
Delancey.
well. The secret is in mixing the best strains, of course.
Oh.
But there is an art to it. My father taught me to visualize the ideal grape. Once you can visualize this perfect fruit, you can analyze even the best stock and see where it is lacking, in color or body, for example. Or perhaps it could be just a touch sweeter or lighter. And the trick is to find a grape equally fine, but one which is perfect in exactly those areas which the first grape is flawed. The marriage of these two vines will produce an heir, and then this heir undergoes the same process, you see.
Don't you ever get where you're going?
Eventually. But even in the interim, your grape will soon be far superior to anyone else's. Try the wine, Mr. Knight.
That sounds so creepy the way he just said that.
Of course. John
Nope.
Delancey is a class act. Yeah, look at that smile.
Wow, that's good.
This fruit did not come about by accident. It is the result of thousands, even millions of crossbreeds.
Yes, Rafe, that's exactly what we were talking about.
What it is today is a result of that hereditary tree. Don't you think it is ironic that a grape or even a dog
crush
or
the
a
grape
cat should be so carefully bred? But that most humans depend on such a silly thing.
Oh my god, I knew it was going to go weird.
Then again, there is something to be said for spontaneity.
Is there?
Oh god. This guy will kill you. He will murder the shit. Yeah, thank you, Q.
Thank you. This is excellent.
Q, quit messing with my vineyard.
I knew this was going to be a weird conversation about grapes, and it went from just talking about, grape horticulture of grapes and how to crossbreed grapes to full on. Is he talking about eugenics now? What is this?
What can you tell me about grapes? Yeah, exactly, Prohalis.
What can you tell me about grapes?
Hearing you talk, it reminds me of something. What is it?
Alchemy? The transmutation of the philosopher's stone?
That's not what it made me think about.
That's not it. It was Ask Mr. Science. Y'all get that program here?
Television? I'm afraid not.
Well, they had this bit about DNA. Kind of how DNA has this funny pasta shape, but it's really billions and billions of instructions, kinda. You get into DNA with your breeding program at all?
Actually, DNA is an interesting issue, Mr. Knight. Did you know that the magic alchemists used was based on an intuitive understanding of the principles of DNA?
No!
I'll be darned.
What?
To answer your question.
What?
I have my own ways of testing the vines, and they're far older than the traditional testing.
No. Oh my! He's an alchemist. We have vampires.
This man is a vampire.
Scion,
how did you not?
Templars, and now an alchemist who's practicing grape eugenics.
Yeah. That's too good.
Oh, but
this is great.
You, sir, are an interesting fellow to talk to. All right, let's talk about the murders.
Do you know anything about the murder?
No, not really. There were two men, neither of them from here by the sound of it.
Okay, all right, I'm convinced.
Newspaper answer, yep.
Do you believe the stories about a local treasure?
Indeed. It is in my soil, monsieur.
Oh, let's hear about it.
My soil? Stop saying things that make me want to go immediately. It's you, because I feel like it could be, but I also don't want to be duped early on.
I think it's unfair though, because John Delancey typically ends up playing like kind of roguish characters, so I wouldn't be surprised if he is like that in this.
Dude, he is such a roguish character, and he's either a Freemason or a prairie dude,
or a vampire, just a very cool vampire.
But he's a vampire. He wouldn't be able to have walked outside in the middle of the day.
I mean, that is if you go by the Bram Stoker vampire. I mean, Becca, what do you have? Five vampires.
Actually, no. The Bram Stoker vampire, the original Dracula, if I remember right, in the book, could walk outside there today, but he wasn't as powerful.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I'm just teasing.
It's been a long time since I read it. Pretty good read, but it is a pretty good read. Tell me about the Grail.
I ran into an interesting tourist angle today. Seems the Holy Grail is supposed to be around here.
Oh, the Grail is a marvelous legend. But most stories are ignorant of the true meaning of the Grail. You see, the Grail has far less to do with Christ than with an idea. The fountain of youth, the eternal flame, the philosopher's stone.
All of those are related to the Grail?
Oh my gosh.
Oh yes, the Grail is that thing, that one thing, or whatever symbol you use for it, that represents completion, perfection, the absolute. Do you understand now?
Well, no, not really.
Turning base lead into pure gold. That is the alchemist's aim.
Yep, that was the
not about
goal
real
of alchemy.
Lead and real gold. It's symbolic. Man is the lead. God is the gold. Man to God. That is the alchemist's goal. That is the Holy Grail.
Huh.
Wow.
But I thought with the Grail,
I don't know.
It was actually the blood in the Grail that was the, the immortal thing.
Well, of course. The blood is the elixir of life, the juice of the forbidden fruit.
The juice of the forbidden fruit?
No,
my
never
God.
mind. Dusty old theories are a hobby of mine.
What?
Let's stick to the wine, shall we?
Okay.
I think he's like he thinks it's
So many
that.
things to talk about with this man. So many things to talk about with Excelsior here. All right, so he's he's
Excelsior Montrose. What an
Excelsior
interesting
Montrose.
gentleman.
Yes, he is. So this man is either, yes, crazy. He's an alchemist or an aspiring alchemist, which means he may be working with the vampires, which is a possibility. He could be a ghoul. Because alchemy, for him, apparently is fighting immortality, but also creating the perfect grapes for his wine, which would also be an angle of, I am now, like, immortal legacy thing, maybe. But he sounds like he's definitely into eugenics, which is... Of course they have to have a weird guy into that with this stuff for some reason. I don't know why I'm saying of course. I did not expect this to happen.
Nobody did.
Nobody expected. Nobody expected.
Nobody expects Yeah, nobody expects.
Montreal? How do you say his name?
Montrose. Yeah, not Montreal.
Montrose. Yes, no one expects
Excelsior Montreal. You're like, no, that's not his. That's a fake name.
Right.
If he signed that on a registry, they're like, I need to see an ID, sir.
He's a homunculus. Ooh, he could be a homunculus.
Mm.
Yeah, nobody expects grape eugenics.
Nobody expects grape eugenics.
Let's talk about the Abbey. But I saw somebody asked about red wine connection. Wine has always been used in communion as a representation of the blood. When you do communion at church, it's the body of Christ and the blood of Christ, and or the Eucharist, I think is what it's also called besides communion. In Catholicism or some churches, they'll use they'll use wafers and wine. The church I grew up on, we would use a freshly baked loaf of bread, which was always delicious, and we actually substituted it with grape juice because the church didn't want to use wine. Fair enough. Surprisingly, bread dipped into grape juice is not bad.
Are you from this area, Mr. Montrose?
Yes,
vanilla wafer of Christ, of course.
But my family has owned this estate for decades. My wife and I permanently settled here some years ago. Children do take pleasure in the country air.
Oh, you got kids?
Oh, yes. A beautiful daughter who is away at school. And my firstborn son, Enoch. He's 12.
Enoch?
Have you children?
No.
But you must. Oh, children are every man's right to immortality.
Well,
oh my God.
It's not the kid part I mind so much as the marriage part.
Oh, no, a wife need not be a burden if she knows her place.
Wow.
Her role
God,
is to
this
serve,
man!
to care for home and heirs and leave a man to pursue nobler things.
Boy, do we live in different worlds.
Yeah, no shit. This guy lives in like he's got that 1432 energy going on.
Oh my God. This man is interesting. I would not say base. No, Mancer, not base. All right.
What kind of training do you need to be a viticulturist?
The lessons I consider most valuable came from my father. He was quite a master. Excuse me. Hello, ici Excelsior.
Uh-huh.
Ah oui. Préparez Enoch pour sa leçon. Forgive me, I'm afraid I must return to the house. The news of the murder has quite upset my wife. Besides, my son awaits his afternoon lesson.
Prepare
well,
Enoch.
Thanks for the interview, Mr. Montrose.
You're most welcome. Au revoir, Mr. Knight.
So, let me get this straight. If I'm guessing by the creepy tones here, is that
kind
he's...
of a nice fella.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
I'm thinking he's using
creepy.
his kids as like a blood fountain.
That or I also feeling that his firstborn son Enoch is not his firstborn son, and maybe the kid that was kidnapped.
Well, he said he's 12.
And this is all code?
No, he said he's 12. The kid's a baby.
I get the idea this man would lie.
That's fair. That's fair. However, if he was lying about the age, he would do so in order to cover up the fact that there's crying. But since there really isn't any, and he never tried that, it wouldn't make any sense.
But
so I don't really know. I guess we'll go back and talk to Gracie now and see if she has anything to... We'll tell her, like, oh, we met Montrose. Here's what he said. And she's like, wow.
The way he just said, yes, even in French, prepare him for his... this may be just me not knowing, but just the whole in there of, I must, go give my son his lesson. Lesson in what? Do you homeschool him? What is this? I mean, they might actually.
Yeah, he did say that kids are the immortality given to man or something.
Oh, yeah, he would not trust... To be fair, I don't know how France's education system works, but I don't think he would give his children to a public school.
Oh, hell no. When you got vineyard money, you're not going to public school.
I don't even know if he would do private school. He'd probably be like, "No, you're being homeschooled and you're getting a tutor."
Yeah, exactly. Like if you're running a vineyard, you're probably homeschooling your kids. You're not going to send them to public school.
Wait, what?
Two big reasons. One is you're far away because vineyards are usually in rural areas. And two,
yes.
Why would you ever?
Why? But also,
if you have the option and you have the money to do so, yeah. Because unless you really want to, I guess there is benefits to going to public school. They're just a lot more for being homeschooled educational wise. I guess there's just it's more like a social development thing. So they also lose a lot of that, which sucks.
On one hand, homeschooling, when done properly, gives great education, and you can still get those social aspects in, but you really have to work for it a lot harder. In public school,
they have to join the team as an outsider.
Mm-hmm. It's both are viable options.
Yeah.
Choose your own path choose the path that you wish. Just do it right. But also Fezbear. So you're saying the kid is the chocolate fountain at the Golden Corral.
For these guys, yeah. I think that is my theory. That's what's happening.
That does seem to be a pretty good parallel to draw.
Yeah.
He's playing a dude.
So where's Mosley?
Whoa.
Hey guys, it's 5.
Thank you.
Wow, Mosley.
Guardian of the clock.
Okay, don't start, you two. I want to hear what happened.
You mean
we'll
at
get there.
Chateau de Serras? You're right. The guy's probably into one of these secret societies. You should have heard him go on about alchemy, but I don't know. He seemed more bookish than anything.
I say anyone who's involved with these secret societies is a big suspect.
Yes.
Speaking of which,
yeah, definitely.
Larry Chester is definitely lying. He said McDougal and Mallory just stopped by last night for directions. I couldn't get him to crack.
Who's this? Chester?
That's right.
Interesting. I'll get started on the treasure angle. Check out the museum and church tonight. That book really got my juices flowing.
So that's what it takes.
Huh?
So, are we gonna
Wow!
I'm starved.
Holy shit!
Well, actually, Grace and I had talked about catching up.
That's okay, Mose. I want to stick with my research for a while. Why don't you and Gabriel go?
I can wait till later if you...
No, I think that's a great idea. In fact, I think we should be going right now. Shouldn't we, Mose?
See ya.
Gracie, you're so oblivious to what Mosley's trying.
Maybe after dinner.
Gracie is so oblivious to Mosley trying to just get in and spend some quality time with her.
Well, look, we made it. We made it to day 5 p.m.
And look at that face.
Oh.
We are going to save.
Okay.
The grape man be crazy.
He's a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. That's a word.
I would say it's a word. And you know what? Let's keep rolling because we still got some time to. Gracie. All right. So we got to go. She wanted to go to the museum and the church. Yes, progress. She's denser than a lead car. A little bit. that's part of her charm, though, you know?
Oh, she also doesn't, like, understand why these guys are the way they are. You know what I mean? Like, they're just weirdly perverted and quite literally, like, just dastardly behind their back.
To be fair,
Oh, I know she's just as perverted. She
it.
just isn't overt about it. You know what I mean?
Oh, goodness, no.
You know what I mean? Like, of course, well, if she puts up with Gabriel, of course she has no problem. It's just, she's not overt. She's not clearly just going around, like, trying to turn on the charm like Gabriel thinks he can do.
Hold on, we've never been out this time of night.
Yeah, maybe it's open at 5 p.m. at night. Maybe it's a nighttime bookstore. Yeah.
Unfortunately, they're closed.
Okay.
No.
Listen, shush. My dreams, one day that bookstore will be opened and we'll be able to go in and see all the books. And hey, Baza.
Hello.
What is that? We could sit down?
I wish I could, but I've got too much to do.
Can you talk to him?
Let's see.
How are you feeling, Mr. Baza?
Oh, much better, thank you.
It was quite a shock, wasn't it?
What was?
The 2 dead men?
The 2? Oh, of course. Yes, it really was a shock. Are you quite all right, Miss Nakamura?
That was too,
You're the first person who's asked me that.
Sometimes it is easier for a stranger to be polite than a friend. But don't let me keep you. I'm sure you have better things to do.
I still suspect you of being involved somehow because of that reaction.
He's like,
right there.
Because you'd have wares if you have coin. That's what he sounds like to me.
So right.
Yeah.
You're not wrong, sir.
That's what he sounds like. He's got that Khajiit growl.
He does.
What am I wearing? Let's see. I think it's supposed to be like a headband. I don't know. I didn't make this model. Like, I just picked... This was a free model in Face Rig, which is like 2,000 years old. It's been out long before the VTuber craze. And these are the cursed models that you could get back in 2012.
Yes.
Like this,
we're both cursed.
Like this
models.
bird. This is supposed to be from Starbound, which actually is my favorite race from Starbound. Unfortunately, this this doesn't work. That look that great. Yeah, the Weeb chat
According
model.
to the pamphlet, that's Rex Mundi.
Exactly.
A.k.a. Asmodeus.
Okay.
What's he doing down there?
He's...
Is he taking a dump? What's he doing?
No, I think he's being crushed by this, which is... Parse signature le...
Let's see if she can read it.
Can you read it?
The pamphlet says it means, by this sign shall you win him or it. Wonder if it could be referring to the treasure.
The sign?
Possibly, but then why... The sign above that. But then why would Asmodeus be there? I mean...
Well, what's he connected
to? Asmodeus? He's a demon.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what he's a demon of. Like, Lord D&D has taken Asmodeus and, he's like he's the demon of basically deals, I think? Or is he a devil? I can't remember. They take demons and split them into demons and devils because one's chaotic, the other's lawful. I think Asmodeus is the lawful evil. I'm pulling out everything. Mythology lore, stuff I've seen in anime, D&D monster manual shenanigans. Woo!
Cup. It reminds me of the Holy Grail. Now that I think about it, the whole idea of communion is kind of related to the Grail. I wonder which one this is referring to. Maybe it's referring to both?
Probably yes. If I was to guess, probably yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You like the little smoke. I appreciate that. Oh yeah. I can't.
Thank you. Devils are the lawful ones.
Come in.
Miss Nakamura, good evening.
He also sounds like Khajiit.
I was looking around town tonight. It's a beautiful church.
Thank you. Please sit down.
Will do, sir.
He's got that low growl. Gotta have that if you're gonna be Khajiit.
That is true. He's the French Khajiit.
Yes.
In Christian mythology, there's no real distinction. I know there's no distinction in like Christian mythology or demonology or whatever, but D&D, because there's a lawful and chaotic, they made a distinction. Back in like 2nd edition, it was just all fiends or all demons.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you guys noticed that little smoke when I transform between the crow and the person, because it's always weird to me, like, how do you transition from one thing to another in editing? And I'm like, oh yeah, just go back to Windows Movie Maker days, except there's just smoke.
King Solomon's 72 demons. Yeah, as far as like actual demonology, I don't know a lot about Asmodeus, except he's a pretty big deal as far as demons.
He just said, "Look upon his works, ye mighty, in despair." Not a big deal.
No, that's not Asmodeus. That was Ozymodeus, which was supposed to be.
Didn't he bite a head off a bat or something like that? Or was that another Ozymodeus?
No, that's Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, right.
You're thinking of the poem, which is written about Ramses II, Ozymandias. Thank you. And there's a fantastic reading of Vincent Price somewhere on the internets of that. It's good. I think it was Vincent Price, but it was very good.
Do you think there's a buried treasure around here?
I know there is, my child.
Wow.
Tell me more, Abe. Really? You're not going to let me talk
That's
more?
all he says?
Really?
That's all
he
says.
He must be interested in the mystery, or why would he be in a little town like this?
Well, he was assigned to this place by the church, maybe? He's an Abe. So...
Yeah, look
at that bit about the sunrise line is interesting.
Take a look at that.
Let's use this. Let's here, sir.
Why would I want to show that to him?
Okay,
try talking to him.
Well,
try reading the pamphlet itself.
It's a pamphlet from St. Mary Magdalene's.
You have to bring the book up,
that one.
And then you right-click on it.
Hold on.
Yeah, you have to get her to read it, because I don't think it's going to count if you read it by yourself.
That bit about the sunrise line is interesting.
Okay, so what's the sunrise line?
Sunlight phenomena. July 22nd of each year, the feast day of St. Mary Magdalene. If one stands at the church at dawn and turns toward Chateau de Blanchefort, the sun will rise directly over the ruins, forming a straight line of light between the two. There are those who claim that the alignment and consecration of the site and others in the valley were plotted long ago, perhaps even by the early Celtic inhabitants.
All right. So there's like a bit of wait, hold on. We have to do the sorry. This is a completely
It's a pamphlet from St. Mary Magdalene's.
This is a completely Sierra thing where if you don't, oh my God, there was a whole nother side.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Oh no. Okay, we're going to do this because the cursor's doing its cursor thing.
Yeah, it's good being cursed.
It's a pamphlet from St. Mary Magdalene's.
Yes, I know.
Ask him about grape eugenics. That's a good one.
The devil and the 4 angels. Oh my.
So each one of those is like a different number that corresponds to their description.
Yeah, we have it. The devil in the church draws as much attention as all the other elements combined. What was Abbe Saunier's purpose? Some have linked the devil to the demon Asmodeus, others to the Cathar idea of Rex Mundi, king of the world. Some tie him to the armchair of the devil nearby, still others to Satan himself, as the sign above proclaims, "By this sign shall you conquer him." The Latin on the 4 angels, Parse.
Have a good night, Night Owl, and you take care.
Oh, good night.
Have a good one.
Thank you for joining. Parse Sino to Vencras can be translated as "By this sign shall you conquer him," it, or "By this sign shall you win him," or it. The 4 angels themselves are classic Catholic motifs showing the positions of their hands during genuflection. Though some have argued, I don't know what that word is, argued that these angels might not refer to the genuflection, but some secret direction or shape.
Genuflection, bebop and scatter, right?
Genuflection, thank you.
I'll read the next
Saint
two.
Roch, please.
I think it's Saint Roche, isn't it?
Oh, it may be Roche, you're right.
I'm going to say that. Saint Roche, along with Germain, is one of the 2 regional saints in the church. Roche was the son of the governor of Montpellier, Montpellier, which went to Rome and cared for plague victims during curing many miraculously. Sorry, the font's really blurry.
It is.
He invoked against pestilence and is the patron saint of the invalids. And Saint Mary Magdalene. The statue is depicted with a cross made of branches, the silver vase of healing balm, which she washed Jesus' feet with a skull at the saint's feet. And a skull. He didn't she didn't bring she's like, hey, bring the skull out. She's like fucking metal. Yeah. Oh no, she didn't do that. All right. That's what this is really blurry. The oddity of the statue lies in its unusual juxtaposition of Magdalene and the skull, a relationship uncommon in religious art. Interestingly, there are 3 other Magdalene statues with skulls in 3 other churches in the area. Saint Just et le Bisou, Bougarach, and Kotasa. You know what? Most of those consonants are probably not even pronounceable by human mouths. So, anyway, going on. You can do the last 2.
I will. I do have a question because apparently we got an OG altar boy in here. What is genuflection? Because I actually have no idea what that is.
Yeah.
If you would like to, if you'd like to answer, be bopping. I will read Saint Anthony of Padua.
Yeah. Saint Rochelle is the patron saint of chocolate almond candies. You're right.
Kneeling. Oh, thank you. I actually did not know that's what that was. It's kneeling.
And making the sign of the cross.
Okay. Thank you. You are very knowledgeable, chat, and I appreciate you.
Hell
Let
yeah,
it not
thanks,
be
Whacker.
said. Not unsaid, rather. Okay, so Saint Anthony of Padua was a Franciscan monk who focused his ministry on heretics. The statue depicts a vision he had of the infant Christ. The lily represents purity. In keeping with his conversions of the heretics, he is the patron saint of lost items.
Oh.
Interesting. Saint George, jeez. Saint Joseph and the Virgin with infants. Infants. Okay. Behind the altar, there can be seen the Holy Family. Saint Joseph with the infant, and the Virgin with infant. Some have speculated the oddity of there being 2 infants depicted between the saints instead of 1.
So there is
all these. There's going to be some oddities
4 Magdalene statues with skulls. I wonder what that could mean. Maybe the town names are significant.
Well, they are capitalized.
4 Magdalene statues with skulls.
Oh, wait. Oh my God, there's more. Move that out of the way a little bit. Okay. Saint Mary Magdalene altar. The altar repeats elements found in the Magdalene statues and adds new ones. The Magdalene appears to be in a cave. At her knees is a skull, and she gazes fixedly upon a slight cross made from branches. But on this cross, one can see the new living twig growing forth. Could this be referring to a living offshoot of Christianity, or it's the whole bloodline thing? Because new growth from the cross, because JC's bloodline and all that.
This is very cryptic. Everybody was so cryptic. They just didn't go hey, we put the cup right here. Enjoy.
But I kind of love it, though.
I know, I do too. I'm being facetious. Let's continue.
All right, let's see. Saint Anthony the Hermit, another one. Saint Anthony with book and staff. Saint Anthony, circa 468 AD, longed for a life of quiet meditation, but he was forced to move to ever more remote locales to escape his growing followers. Poor man.
Vesper says his brother James was the backup savior.
Oh my gosh.
That's good.
He finally fled to...
That's my brother Jesus. I'm Jimmy. They call me Jimmy. Jimmy Christ.
No. Wait. No, he did have... No, you're right. Joseph and Mary had a son named James. You're right. I think that happened. That was like the younger brother or something. Linus Gall, also in the Languedoc. And there he died. You gotta feel for Anthony. He just wants some alone time, man. Yes, the younger. Thank you.
Yes.
You want to read about Saint Germain?
Yeah. Germain is a local saint from Quebec, France. I don't know if it's pronounced right because the font's all fucked up. The stepmother starved her, beat her, and forced her to live with the sheep. Despite the cruelty and increasing illness, Germain remained loving and prayerful. The statue depicts an incident in which Germain was caught by her stepmother smuggling something in her apron. The mother grabbed at the apron and found it contained flowers, though it was the dead of winter. Germain claimed they were from God. She is the patron saint of abused children and poverty.
Ooh.
Saint,
Life of Brian's a good movie.
Saint John, yes, it is excellent. Saint John and the Baptist and Jesus. Jesus, as he is being anointed by his cousin, the Baptist, gives placidly downward or gazes. Yeah, it's
that's the classic right there. The Sermon on the Mount. Crowning the Apis is a large bas relief from the Beatitude Sermon, the Sermon on the Mount. I don't think I'm saying that right, but the Sermon on the Mount, I know what that one is.
The Sermon on the Mount, that's correct. That's a thing.
Many have pointed out the incongruity of the bag of gold and the roses strewn on the hill. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are not involved in the Sermon on the Mount. And then the church floor. The black and white alternating squares of the church floor have been much debated. Some have linked the tiles to the heretical Cathar notion of duality. I just thought it was a good pattern. Though Saunier would have been familiar with Cathar beliefs, there is no reason to assume that he himself expounded them.
All this stuff is interesting, but I'm not sure how to use it.
Yet.
Oh, maybe there's one more page? No.
Nope, that's it.
And then, yeah, there's only 11. Okay. Well, now you could probably ask him questions.
Let's see.
Nope.
Why would I want to show that to him?
Maybe come back and look at... We have to go look at stuff. We probably have something... Maybe we're supposed to go to the museum?
Possibly.
Maybe we see something in the museum where we're like, oh, hey.
Wait, how do we get out?
Oh, that's right. Okay. We're playing... Yeah, we got a 3D camera. We can just move.
I better get going. Thanks, Eberno.
We'll be back.
It's a pleasure to be of service, mademoiselle.
Certain points in his life. Yeah, but let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's the
apps.
Sermon on the Mount. Yeah. The apps. Okay, up there. The apps.
Yeah.
And then all the
Michael,
Germain,
19 or certain points during the Tree-to-Teen mask. Yeah. Oh, was a savior all mankind. Yeah.
The history to all this stuff. That's very nice.
Hello.
Digging way back into memory. Hey, I appreciate the digging back into memory because, as I have said before, I don't know Catholicism very well past like the shared stuff with other denominations and things, and base knowledge that I've picked up. So I appreciate it. You guys have been a wealth of information.
No kidding.
Thank you. Like, I have never heard, no kidding, I've never heard of genuflection before. I had no idea what that was.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to go. Wait. No, gotta go this.
Where's the museum?
That way. Not that way. That way.
Okay, we're going to the left.
Centurions? Yeah, that's actually a good movie, Centurion. What? Let's go.
Let's go inside. Inside.
Corn dogs? I mean, I do like corn dogs.
Nope.
What's the note say, Grace? Read.
Closed.
Gone fishing.
Shoot.
No, read.
Well,
the note.
It's probably not our business. Yeah, I guess let's take our note then. We're gonna go back up the stairs to go take this from... My gosh. What are you doing? Oh, the sneaky look. What are you doing? Oh, it's an envelope.
Oh my God! It's a copy of Le Serpent Rouge.
What?
They just taped it to the museum door. All right, let's go scan that. We need it.
Well, let's take a look at it now.
Oh, true. Let's see. Haha.
I wonder who could have left this at the museum.
That is a good question.
That's the envelope Le Serpent Rouge came in. Someone taped it to the door of the museum.
You have to use the book icon. Yeah. No.
I wonder who could have left this at the museum.
Try clicking the note, maybe?
No.
That's the envelope Le Serpent Rouge came in.
No.
Someone taped it to the door of the museum.
Someone taped it.
Le Serpent Rouge.
Someone taped it to the museum. Oh, wait, there it is.
Taped it.
It's right in your inventory.
Yeah.
She took it out. It's in your inventory.
But
yeah, go back. See, right next to it.
Yeah, it's right there. Oh, there it is.
This riddle is fascinating. You can almost see what it's hinting at. I really want to solve it.
Oh my God,
she found a riddle.
Night.
All right, what is it?
Let's take a look at it.
Let's see. Will she be able to read it? Because that's really difficult.
Try in my horrendous serpent's eye was. Oh God, please read it for me.
I was further aided by the parchments of my friend. They murmur of the lady. Long ago, her name was Isis, queen of the benevolent springs. Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Others knew her as Magdalene with the celebrated vows of healing balm. The initiated knew her to be the Lady of the Lake and Notre Dame de Cross. The circle is the ring, and the crown forms the diadem of the queen of the castle.
Wow.
Huh.
That was for Aquarius.
No, that was Pisces. What's Aquarius?
In my arduous search, I was trying to hack away with my sword through the dense vegetation.
Oh God, there's going to be 12 of these, aren't there?
Some pawn of destiny. I wanted to reach the place of the sleeping beauty, in which some poets can see the queen of a lost kingdom. Desperate to find the way, I laid down the path of
It's a sheet of snake facts.
Ah! I'm so glad she's reading these.
Snakes also have their own astrological signs. They're different from ours.
There actually is one of a snake, but it's not usually as commonly accepted as one of the horoscopes. I can't remember what it is, but it is a snake. It's in between the last one, which is Capricorn, and what is the first one in the cycle? Is it Aries? I can't remember. Speaking of Aries, read it unto me, please, Gracie.
The Queen's Guard is the Quaternity, they who stand watch over the Guardian. I look to the north and the west, then the south and the east, and everywhere I see them, their shining swords held out to meet each other. Saint Michael and his brothers, with their feet rooted in the earth, they surround the Ias that none may harm her, and stand pressed against her in a way that Pythagoras would have approved.
So in a triangular formation, I would say.
So yeah, this is quite. Yeah, you could see they're forming a shape. You could see. Yeah. Oh man, no wonder she wants to.
But also the completely capitalized words are the important ones.
Quater. So three. So
Quantity,
4 triangles.
Saint Michael, Pythagoras. Oh no, there's even others on the other one. Ra, Isis. This is going to keep going.
In the sanctuary is the fountain of love of those who believe, reminding us of these words: "By this sign you will conquer."
Thank
I
you for
understand
the courtesy.
this now.
Oh,
The
very
four are
nice.
the stuff of the alchemist's laboratory, and their cant reflects the light in harmony with their queen. And yet the angels hold tight the secret of the angle that is the key to the kingdom. My friend knows the secret, but wisely he hides the fruit among the chaff, that the treasure not be lost to the infidels.
Ooh.
Oh. So we're not about, being friendly and trying to come together in thoughts, but infidels. Oh, jeez. Gemini, Cancer, and Leo. All right, let's go.
The mosaic tiles of the sacred place alternate black or white, and Jesus, like Asmodeus, observes their alignment. I can find 64 stones of the perfect cube, which the Knights of the Beauty of the Black Wood had scattered when they fled from the White Fort while they were being pursued by the usurpers. Reassemble the scattered stones and, working with square and compass, put them into ranks. The knightly order of the perfect cube fits within and gives structure to Our Lady's protector, the Heavenly Quartet.
Ooh.
Okay.
So we're going to have to do some...
There is something with the floor that we have to do because this whole Gemini part is about the Templars leaving from Blanchefort or what I assume the White Fort, because I'm thinking that's where it probably comes from, to wherever they went afterwards, because we already know that that was supposedly in the 1100s a Templar stronghold.
Yeah.
Oh, this is getting... Oh, man, I wish I actually had copies of these in legible for us to read with my own eyes.
The mosaic tiles of the sacred place alternate black or white, and Jesus, like Asmodeus, observes their alignment. I can find 64 stones of the perfect...
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
So she read the Gemini and the Cancer one together. Okay.
I visit the tomb of the celebrated painter Poussin and, like the shepherds, puzzle at the enigma of the tomb. My brain pounds, the light burns my eyes. It is all too mixed up to tell. Teniers, too, has dipped his brush in the earth, and his at the innermost places of the queen. Here is the sign that Teniers has given his innocent recluse. Surely, there is a path between the two.
Wow.
Why did part of that sound like a euphemism?
I know, that's what I was just thinking. I was like, that went a little far.
Virgo, and then Libra. Ooh, Libras.
16 form the center, and the center forms 16. I pray to St. Paul for direction, and he answers with a simple gesture. Here is the reconstruction to which so many noble minds were dedicated. I look to the Book of the Hermit for reassurance. The numbers they give me confirm the truth. What strange mystery is concealed in the new Temple of Solomon, built by the children of St. Vincent?
St. Vincent?
Well, they're all hinting to something inside the church, that's for sure.
Definitely.
And still, my task has not ended. Still, a bit of curtain blocks the light. Something must complete the message. Something which will give us entry into the abyss. Truth and falsehood battle in my head until I hear their message. It is the number of our patron sky traveler and that of a famous seal.
Ooh.
The soul of the matter is evident to me now. At the intersection of the many, I lay down one rigid arm, and the others scatter around the crown like jewels. At last, the queen is adorned for her coronation.
Okay, they bring up the Sky Traveler, and that just makes me think of where they're talking about Ra earlier, because Egyptian mythology, Ra is traveling across the sky in his... Well, he's traveling across the sky, but then travels through the underworld during night in his sky boat. But it actually gets even weirder than that, because then, he's actually dead, but then is...
Oh, here we go.
It's a whole thing. Ah, Scorpio. Hey, it's the other one!
Three is the Trinity, and the separation of the spheres.
Yeah, it's...
The three are the four are the divisions of the temple. I began my journey in the shadows and completed it in the light. I had marked the site at last, there in the center of the most sacred space. At the summit of the mountain, the place stood out in the brilliance of the midday sun. It was guarded by the three knights' towers, the rooks, on the circuit of the divine horsemen of the abyss.
Wow. Oh, yeah. 69.
Either alluding to
nice.
the tower... Either alluding to the towers that are physically here, or the chess game, because doesn't the Abe has a chess game going on in his room?
Yeah, and also the church has checkerboards everywhere.
At the window of the ruined house, I looked across the trees denuded by autumn. Close to me, a presence, its feet in the water, like one who has just received the mark of baptism. I recalled the inscription, Et in Arcadia ego, blank, blank, blank. Through some selfish inspiration, I found the missing three. The dust settled, and I saw at last. Curses, I know the truth. He is there, dead. The broken bread lies forgotten beneath the altar.
Okay.
So the body of Christ is supposed to be under the altar?
Well,
that would make sense if there's a cup and stuff, so, well, let's go for it.
It would, and since they're talking about that, and then there he is dead, and the physical body of Christ would be like, because that would make sense for mythology, because he was risen, but he was actually going to be ascended, so physically he may not even be there. Like,
oh, I know what you mean. Like he ascended.
Yeah,
he ascended, but his body. Yeah, okay. All right. Fair enough.
So that might be what they're going to, but we're definitely going to be checking out that altar. Sagittarius. And then Capricorn.
Yeah, we're actually.
But the worst is yet to come.
We're getting there, guys.
How many have pillaged the house?
A
using
Masonic
the most sacred
chessboard.
for purposes most foul. I turn north. Ooh. Facing me, I see unwinding endless by its coils, the enormous red serpent mentioned in the documents. Rigid and bitter. The huge unleashed beast at the foot of the White Mountain becomes scarlet with greed and drunk with stolen and profane communion. Deliver me out of the mire.
Well, red serpents typically, red snakes don't really typically go into mire, so I don't know what they're talking about here. All right.
I am aware of the scent of the perfume which impregnates the sepulchre of the one I must release.
Wait, what?
Cursing the profane in their ashes, and those who follow their ways, returning from the darkness while making the gesture of horror at the abyss into which I had plunged. Here is the proof that I knew the secret seal of Solomon, and I had visited the secret places of the queen who watches over the king. Take heed, my friend. Do not add or take away one iota. Think and think again. The base lead of my words may contain the purest gold. Let he who has the understanding use it with wisdom.
The base lead, which contains the purest gold, alchemy allegory. Oh, man, it's all coming together, and I can't see how it's coming together yet.
That's the last page.
Okay.
Well, this is good because you actually have to get going here.
I do, but that was just
I would stick around, but yeah.
It's just too good.
Yeah. New mystery featuring astrology.
Yeah, astrology mystery. Man, when I was a kid, I was into astrology.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people were. I was very similar. I didn't get that deep though. Yeah. Well,
I did a public speech project.
I see.
On astrology. I remember. Oh, man.
Mecha was a wicked trap sprung. Oh, yeah, they finally got you now.
I was not a wicked. No, I am not a wicked.
No, of course not. Anyway, that's it. That's all we got for you guys tonight. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with us here on the Courtesy Flush. We should be back sometime on Wednesday. And by then, we should be doing, I believe, the final MRE of the evening. So that's what we'll be doing on Wednesday. So I think I have more MREs. I just have to go get them. I think there was quite a few that got delivered that I just didn't pick up. So we're gonna go get those. But anyway, I appreciate you guys for hanging out. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, Nora.
Yeah.
And we'll talk to you guys again coming up soon. So thanks for hanging out, Mecha, and playing this game with me. And
well, you are welcome.
And everyone else for just stopping on by. We'll see you around here on the next Courtesy Flush.
Joining.
Goodbye, take care, everybody.